Aldershot, home of the British Army. Tucked away in Rushmoor, Hampshire, lies only 30 miles southwest from the Borough of London. A famous military town sits proudly 100 metres above sea level to a historic past. Notable people include Edward Whitehead, famous for advertising the Schweppes tonic water. Also Martin Freeman, who you may commonly know as Tim Canterbury, from the Golden Globe winning TV series The Office. And James the Machine Wade, a professional darts player putting the shot in Aldershot. Previously home to the Superstocks stock car racing and the headquarters of the Air Accident Investigation Head Office. Aldershot is who I will be thrashing the Scottish side Celtic with today. I've been to Aldershot, not for any recreational leisure activities, but just for watching football really. I'm not an Aldershot fan, as you know I'm a Gillingham supporter, but they happen to be in the same league as us. And as requested from the last video, where I beat Tottenham 3-1 with Gillingham after extra time, someone suggested I be Aldershot. So here you go, I am Aldershot. Not going to lie, this is the second match I played with Aldershot. The first game I drew 0-0 with Man City, and the guy wouldn't want to do a replay or go to extra time. He ended a draw, so I thought that would have been a boring match. So this match I've got for you here should be a lot more exciting than the one I would have posted up against Man City. So I thought I'd take time out to tell you a bit about my footballing supporting past. Maybe give an insight to I was just going to say the English there, but I'm sure the American viewers, no matter what sport they follow, understands what supporting a team can be like. There are highs and lows, and there are good and bad times, and you have to go through them. You have to live through them, because that's what's being a fan's all about. Is you choose a team you support, either where you live. For example, like me, I'm born and bred in the Medway town, so it was kind of default that I was going to support Gillingham. Well, actually, that's kind of false. I did as a 7-8-year-old enthusiastic footballing kid. I thought it'd be a good idea to be a glory hunter, and at that time, Chelsea was the team I followed for almost a season. I had a Chelsea shirt, and some may remember on the back of the shirt I had Tor Andre Flo. Shows you how long ago it actually was. And so I did follow Chelsea, went to a couple of games, but I soon realised that there was more than just to follow a top elite side. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to support my local team, and that happened to be Gillingham. So, but I understand how some people support the teams their father support, or their family's upbringing, or who their family lets them to support. So half the time generally most of the time, it's not actually the person's decision. And that, I think, goes with most sports. And even me by default, follow Kent County Cricket. And I have a small soft spot for Harlequins. That's only from one of my old mates who used to be a Harlequins rugby fan. So I don't follow too much rugby. I play it, but I don't really follow it. So so I'm gonna talk about the times I've had with supporting Gillingham. And I can tell you, actually, last season, on my birthday, the 26th of December, aka Boxing Day, we were meant to have an away game at Aldershot. And on Christmas night, the heavens opened up, and on the 26th, on Boxing Day, we had Siberian weather, and the pitch had happened to freeze, so the game had to be abandoned. But the only other time I've ever been to Aldershot to watch Gillingham play, we lost 2-1. And it was a dull game, there was a red card, that was about it. And yes, I do miss this penalty. I put that to you now. Whoop! Oops. Anyway, that's probably the worst play I have of the game. It's quite hard to score with 1.5 or half stars penalties, but I'll work on it. So what's the best match I've ever seen being a Gillingham fan? Obviously, we've been promoted a few times. We've been relegated a few times. I've been to Wembley to watch Gillingham against Manchester City, where we famously conceded 2 goals in the last few minutes. And we eventually then lost on penalties in extra time. And the season after, we got back to the playoff and beat Wigan Athletic after extra time, and got promoted to the Championship. They were my two. Well, the Wigan game was one of my favourite games, obviously because we got promoted. And only 2 years ago, Gillingham got promoted from League 2 to League 1 against Shrewsbury Town. which is also a fantastic game. We won 1-0 in the last minute, a Simeon Jackson header. But my favourite actual game, especially travelling away, because I was quite an avid supporter of travelling away. That was a really poor free kick, by the way. Went to Suffolk, went to Ipswich, and we beat the Tractor Boys 4-3. And I think it was in 2004. And it was a cracking game. We beat them 4-3, and we scored in the 95th minute with Marcus Browning. I'm sure some of these players don't want to know who these players are, but to me they mean quite a lot. So as you can imagine, that game stuck in my head. So that was a cracking game. But we've also got the lows, as I was saying earlier. And one of the low lights of being a Gillingham fan was only recently losing to Wycombe 3-0 on the last game of the season, who sent us down from League 1 to League 2, which was quite a dreadful day, to be honest. But I've watched Gillingham get thumped 5-0 at Colchester, 6-0 at Wolverhampton Wanderers, and there's been some hard times. But that's what you get of being a football fan, especially in the lower leagues. So you get what you see. It's whatever's on the pitch. You don't expect to win, you don't expect to lose, and that's the way football goes in the lower league. And this is kind of why I like doing this Underdog series at the moment, because it gives people the chance to voice what team they support or where they live, and just to see if I can have a go with players they recognise and who they classify as sort of their heroes in a way. Because I'm sure whoever said Aldershot Town either lives there or supports them and probably knows most of this team, so you can relate to it. So I'm enjoying doing this, and I will get through as many teams as I can. I will do it when FIFA 12 comes out. And to be honest, I do quite enjoy being the underdog, because people get very complacent in their gameplay because they always choose either sort of usually it's not an elite squad, but someone who is like a 4-star team like Celtic, and they will get really complacent and think they can win. And I use that to my advantage to try and beat them. As you can see in this game, he's sort of taken a few long shots, etc., and it's just sort of not working for him. And as you can see at the moment, I'm 3-2 up. And if you've been watching intently, it has been actually quite a good game. So, and the game is coming to a close now. And I've actually quite enjoyed doing this. I've sort of told you a bit about Aldershot itself, my way days in football, and how I've come around supporting Gillingham. So I'd like in the comments just to sort of what team you support from whatever sport, why you support them, and it'd be quite nice sort of to go by that. And whoever comes up with sort of the best reason if they support a team in football, I will be that team next. Preferably sort of a lower league side or whatever, an international side. But yeah. So post in the comments what team you want me to be next and explain why. And I hope you've enjoyed this commentary, and I look forward to doing one next. So I will see you guys around. It has been Aldershot Town 4, Celtic 2. Goodbye.